As part of this year's 30th session of the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva during September, the forum engaged in several debates. This debate was on the subject of the rights of older persons. The Holy See said that the so-called population aging phenomenon presented for the international community not only a challenge but also an opportunity to recognize the improvements made and the contribution that older persons could make in the society.
They are guardians of culture and knowledge, educators and volunteers. They also play a pivotal role in family life and caring for their children and grandchildren. The elderly are often mistreated, discarded with an attitude of abandonment, as if their dignity and value were determined by their productivity or state of health. Such an attitude is the result of a utilitarian mentality which places economic interests before the dignity of the human person.
The representative of the Sovereign Order of Malta delegation agreed with the UN that autonomy of older persons is rightly a core principle in international legal laws.
Autonomy is not equal to independence. What is important is to build protection of human rights of older persons in the respect, above all, of their dignity and fostering their independence.
In another but not less important council debate, the plight of contemporary forms of slavery was discussed. The Holy See took the floor.
The task of the international community is to recognize that we are facing a global phenomenon which exceeds the competence of any one community or country. And in order to eliminate it, we need a mobilization comparable in size to that of the phenomenon itself. The many efforts of the Catholic Church, especially on the part of women religious communities, to counter the modern form of slavery could be used as a best practice for other institutions and agencies.
Among other critical points, the head of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta delegation added some observations for the Council's consideration.
The reference to civil society as a stakeholder, urging the media and academic to become involved, as mentioned by the Special Rapporteur yesterday, should also comprise the role of faith-based congregations in their essential and undisputable role in preventive and protection efforts.
The UN Special Rapporteur on contemporary forms of slavery shared with us her views on the key role that faith-based organizations play in that context.
What is also particularly important is that last year the global accord that was signed, fostered by Pope Francis, which invited a number of representatives of faith-based organizations to attend a ceremony honoring slaves in the Vatican City, was particularly important. And for me, it marked a turning point in the way in which, as society, we value our religions and our faiths.
After the debates, the UN Human Rights Council now will decide the text of the final resolutions and then vote on their adoption.